And welcome to another episode of What Now, your midweek guide to navigating the forex markets. In today's video, we're going to be zoning in on the CAD Swiss currency pair. We're going to start off by discussing where it's heading, then we're going to explore how to spot signs of reversal, a critical skill for staying ahead of the market changes. Lastly, we're going to talk about what we need to watch in the next 24 hours to make informed trading decisions. Now, if you find this content useful and helpful, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an update. We got plenty more valuable insider strategies coming your way, so stay tuned and stay ahead of the markets. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, traders. Well, thank you for joining us here in this live show right here. And once again, one of many to come on a Wednesday. Wednesday is a pivotal point for the markets because we tend to see the markets trending in between Sunday and Wednesday, and then we often see a reversal between Thursday, Friday. Now we've got to confirm that in the market, which means we've got to connect technical analysis with that sort of philosophy. And if it doesn't match up, then simply we go ahead and follow our technicals to where it's going, whether the market's still continuing its trend or we actually indeed see a reversal. Now, with that being said, traders, we're going to focus in on the CAD Swiss because we have a lot of traders that are committed to that currency pair as myself. And we're going to take a look and see what is the CAD Swiss doing at the moment right now so we can go ahead and calm our nerves, because some traders may be thinking, well, big dog, are we going south on this pair or is this now the end? Well, let's let the technicals talk and let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, with that being said, traders, if we take a look at the currency, the market right now, let me go ahead and make the screen a little bit bigger right here so you can see what's going on. Okay, here we go. So if we take a look right here, this is a weekly time frame, okay? And why am I going to the weekly time frame? Well, there's a couple of things here. Firstly, number one, we notice that this level right here is important, right? It's been important for a while. If I go ahead and pull up the charts a little bit more right here, you can see that right here. Let me pull up here. It seems to be stalling. You can see right here we have a lot of support coming off this area, right about 64.72. Okay, so there's definitely an area of support here that the markets come back down to retest. Now, if I zoom in a little closer up right here, I want you to go ahead and look at each candle. And each candle represents a range, right? So we have candle ranges. Now, let me just explain a little bit what that means. Candle ranges means that every candle is a period, and that period is defined by the time. And whether it's a weekly candle, a daily candle, a monthly candle, they all have candle ranges, right? And so this is a weekly candle right here. So the top of the candle right here would be the top of the range, and the bottom of the candle would be the bottom of the range. Okay, so let's just understand what we mean when we say range. When we talk about range, a lot of people think about consolidation, and I want you to picture that in your mind. What is consolidation? It's when price moves back and forth between support and resistance. Okay? Now, that's the theory that we're following here. All right? We're following the candle range theory, which means that we're anticipating price to stay inside that range, or at least target the other side of the range if it's at the bottom. All right? So if it's at the bottom, we expect them to be bullish. If it's at the top, we expect them to be bearish. Now, with that theory in mind, and the fact that we anticipate the market to always look for liquidity, we're going to be going through three phases. We're going to be going through accumulation, which is the range. Then we're going to go through manipulation, which means the range gets tested on the top or the bottom. And then we're going to go for distribution towards the other side of the range. All right, do you have it? Let me go again. We got accumulation, which is the range. We got manipulation, which is the test of the breakout of those ranges. And then we've got distribution, which is the move from the one part of the range to the other side of the range. All right, you got it? Good. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the weekly time frame right here, because this is what we're going to be focusing on. I'm going to be focusing in on the range, the candle range of this weekly. What is my candle range? My candle range is the bottom right here. I need to see price trading above this range if we're going to move in the opposite direction. So my range is this high, right? And that low right there. That's the candle. So the previous week is my weekly range. Now, if that's my weekly range, then that means that if I'm going to see manipulation this week, if this week is manipulation, which means that we've gone ahead and we've traded through the range low, and we're now going to see price close up above the range low. Now, the range low is sitting at around about 64.64. Okay. So we want to see price above that at the close of this week. Now, that's the close of the week. That's not really telling us what's going to happen coming tomorrow and the next day, right? So we have to go down to the daily time frame. Now, the weekly is indicating that there's a possibility that this week could be that manipulative move, right? Which means that we're going to go up back above 64.64 and close above that level. But we can go down to the daily time frame and we can dig deeper into this, right? Because what we should be looking for, even if we go down to a 1 hour time frame, what we should be looking for is something like this, where the market goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, comes down again, and then goes up. What does that look like? That looks like a king's crown, which is, by the way, a reversal pattern. And so these are the type of things that we're looking for when we think reversal. All right. When we think about turning points in the market, we got to start thinking outside the box, and we got to start saying to ourselves that, hey, listen here, if we're thinking about accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, what does that look like in a pattern form? It looks like a king's crown. All right. And so we have the king's crown here. This, then we're going to go down to the lower. So from the top down, all right, this is it. We're looking at breaking down this from the top down. And so what we're going to go do now is we're going to go down to the daily time frame. Now, look at the daily time frame. We've got a range from the weekly here. All right, that's the range of the weekly. That's how we'd like to see the weekly close up. Now, the daily, look what the range is of the daily here. I'm going to go ahead and mark it off. We're going to mark it off with a different color here. And my daily range is right here. Okay, there it is. So this is my daily range. Now, what I see here that I don't see on the weekly, I do see an inside bar, right? We've got a candle closing inside the range of the daily. And that is, by the way, an indication that we may see a reversal. Now, I would like to see manipulation first. It doesn't really have to happen, but it really gives us the set of distribution after manipulation. And so what I'd like to see is I'd like to see price. And by the way, traders, I think we may see it. See price trading back below 64.34, all right, just to manipulate that low. All right. And then when we get liquidity grabs below that, because that's what the market's chasing after, what's going to end up happening then? Then we're going to see distribution. Now, what could cause manipulation? Traders, just an FYI, if you didn't know, coming out tomorrow morning, we have the Swiss National Bank. And the Swiss National Bank is going to be doing what? Making a decision on their rates. And if they choose to cut interest rates, which I don't think they are going to do because they've already stipulated they're going to keep unchanged at 1.5%, but let's say they surprise us, it will cause some sort of manipulation, all right? We'd see the Swiss weaken over a period of time, but we may see some strength initially and then weaken, so we'll see some manipulation. It happens all the time. And so even if they keep the rates unchanged, it all depends in the verbiage, what they state in the verbiage. If they state the cuts are on its way in the next couple of meetings, or they say they won't cut this year, things are going to move the market and we're going to see manipulation. And just the way the technicals are set up right now, I'm going to speculate that we're going to see some manipulation before the distribution move, which means that we could possibly see the low at 34.30, 64.34, hold, but see manipulation below that, and then a distributed move towards the top right here. We'll be heading back up to around about 64.81. All right, now this is how the daily set up right here. So the daily set up with a possible reversal, all right, with a hint of a manipulation move first before it goes. So which means that traders, if you've got stop losses below this area, trust me when I tell you that the market's going to manipulate through that area and you might be at risk, okay? Just an FYI. Take it however you want, just an FYI. All right, now, if I take this information and I move this down to a 1 hour time frame, all right, and I look at my 1 hour time frame, what am I going to be looking for on my 1 hour time frame? Traders, the exact same setup. Remember we said we're looking for accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, right? And so because of that, then we have to believe that this is part of the accumulation. And so the low right here, the low that we have right here, is absolutely going to be manipulated. I couldn't stress more that, hey, I'm excited that the price is moving itself up right here, but I'm not excited because I wouldn't be looking at entering at this point in time until the market manipulates through this low right here. So until we see a spike through that, and then price coming back up and showing a King's Crown reversal, then only then am I going to get a little bit excited. Okay. And so what is it that I'm looking for when I see that reversal? I'm looking for market shift. All right. We've got to see market structure shift. Then I've got to see displacement above that. And then I'd like to see price come back to the fair value gap, breaker block, maybe an order block to support that move going back up north. That's where we'll look to enter. And those are the confirmations that we're going to be looking for over the next 24 hours. So with that being said, traders, thank you very much for joining. And we will see exactly what happens over the next 24 hours as we prepare for a possible rally in the CAD over the coming days. This is FX Big Dog, wishing you peace, joy, and successful trading. Until next time, happy trading.